My name's Alan Dale, a slowed down farmer. I'm not quite retired yet. Still actively working at my rare earth Diversified Services, which is a humus compost operation. I had stock cows until about a year ago, and they were a real pleasure to me. I missed them. But because of my work schedule, I had to make a change in that direction and move away from that. Those who have stuck with it, particularly in hogs and cattle, had a whole different set of challenges in this last year since the pandemic set in, and I don't think a lot of the general public probably know all of those that existed. The challenge of last year was the supply chain of food broke down. We had instances of a lot of quarantined people in the harvesting facilities. They had to shut those down. Packaging became different. Eggs were a challenge because the size of the containers weren't right for getting rid of the excess eggs. It was just one thing after another, and there was no place left to go at the height of that other than euthanizing animals. I never got to the point of trying to assess the damage. All I could do was see it in their faces and the decisions they had to make. You don't spend months, or in the case of herds, years, of establishing yourself only to find no place to go with your product. And it becomes a very emotional thing when you have to make a decision like that, that is the furthest thing from your mind 6 months ago, and now what are your choices? Many of the things I may have said to this point or following may sound like I have a negative view on farming, but I don't. It's all I ever wanted to do from the time I was 10 years old, and I was one of the lucky ones that was able to live out the dream. There's a certain satisfaction, while it may sound pompous, of feeding the world, and I've always related to that. That's what we do in Illinois. I always like to be in the outdoors. I've had cattle since I was 10 years old in 4-H until a few months ago, and I miss them already. It's one of those things that unless you've lived it, it's really hard to convey to a non-agrarian public exactly where that satisfaction comes from, where the challenges are, what the opportunities are, and the things that make you feel good and the things that make you lose sleep at night. I am aware of some of the statistics around agriculture as they relate to the danger of the occupation, a subject of suicide that we don't like to talk about. There is a higher rate there, I'm told. I know of a couple of instances where people have taken their lives as a result. They didn't think there was anywhere to turn, and those places do exist. If there's a message I can impart, that there are resources available out there, and hopefully as part of this, it will make people aware of them more, to reach out, don't be bashful. It's not one of those things that anybody else has to know about, but maybe you just need somebody to talk to for a little bit.